So it's not about what you want them to say. It's the reaction to the question, right? And I know that sounds crazy to the ladies, right? But understand, we don't operate the same, right? Men and women just don't operate the same. Women ask their questions a certain way, men ask their questions a certain way. Unfiltered fam, welcome back to the channel. Today we are reacting to a gentleman that I like to watch a lot on TikTok and Instagram, I believe. And I believe he's on YouTube as well. His name is Jeremy L. Holloway. He actually reminds me of a little bit of Neo mixed with what's the dude name from Stomp the Yard, where he was like knucklehead. He kind of remind me of dude. No disrespect to him, but that's just who he looks like to me. But anyway, I really love this gentleman's content. He makes a lot of videos that I agree with. I agree with majority of the things that he posts. This video here stood out to me the most, and I wanted to react to it with you guys because he just posed a question. And I'm not here to debate what he said in his video. I actually do agree with some of what he's saying in the video. I just wanted to answer the question for him and for those others that have this particular question that they want to know. So we're going to get into this video, but before we do, please subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Like the video, send it to your friends and your family, and let's get to it.
What does a woman have to bring to the table?
What does she need to bring to the table?
This is a topic of discussion for a lot of men. Is what does she bring to the table? And to me, that is like the moment I hear that, I'm like, boop, I'm not interested. Like immediately, the moment you start telling me about what I bring to the table, I'm gonna take my whole table. With me.
Okay. What do you think a high valued
question.
woman brings to the table?
A high valued woman, she brings brains. She brings, obviously she takes care of herself. She cares about her appearance. She cares about her goals. She's not very superficial. She's probably family oriented. She's driven.
As a man that don't ask a woman what she brings to the table, I have never asked a woman that question. As a man that don't ask that question, to the men who do ask that question to women, what are you expecting them to say? Because it seems to be, no matter what they say, it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be the correct thing. Because at some point, fellas, you have to tell them the answer you're looking for. I hope in the comments y'all just say it. You might not say it to the woman you're dating, but say it to the women who just wondering, what are y'all looking for them to say? That's why some women just fall back in defense mode and say, she bringing herself to the table.
It's not defense mode, but continue.
Whatever that is, she bringing herself to the table. And of course, fellas, you're going to say, well, that's not enough. That's not it. I need more than that. What is it what are you requiring? Because fellas, it's getting to the point now to where y'all start, the things y'all complain about women, you're starting to do like women. And the same thing I can say for women. The things women are complaining about men, they're starting to do like men.
Now that right there, I agree with. A lot of men are starting, the things that they complain about when it comes to women, starting to do. The same thing with women. The things that women have been complaining about men for so long, women are starting to do that. So I do agree with that.
But we talking about the fellas right now. Fellas, what are y'all looking for these women to say? I've never been the guy to ask that question because I know how to navigate through all the bull and all that representative talk. You know how so many women, I tell you, one of the biggest red flags for me is a woman who talks about herself in a good light. Why are you trying to paint this picture of you just good? I'm the type of woman I'm very understanding. I listen. I do this. I think twice before I speak. Man, that. Oh, okay. As soon as they start talking, oh, okay. I know everything you saying is a lie. Everything you saying is a lie. And a lot of times women tell me, oh, I'm a very honest person. First thing I ask them, are you honest? Okay. Are you interested in me? Yeah, I am. You want to sleep with me? Oh no, I ain't say that. But you was honest. If you're interested in me, you've thought about sleeping with me. You wouldn't be interested if you haven't thought about it. Doesn't mean that you're going to. I didn't ask you, are you going to? I didn't say that. See, people. I'm telling y'all how to get. If you an honest person, you can be honest. You grown. Why can't you say you would sleep with you will sleep with me? You would. Don't mean you are.
Ladies, you want honesty out of men? Be honest. Tell him straight up. You want men to be honest with you. Reciprocate it. Be honest with them.
As of right now, you don't know, but yeah, it's a good chance. No woman is interested in no man that she hasn't thought about sleeping with. Come on, man. That's a different level of honesty. Everybody paint themselves as this person, and fella, what are y'all looking for these women to say? They just tell you anything. What are you expecting? Take the be cool. Follow me on Instagram at Jeremy L. Holloway. Instagram at Jeremy L. Holloway.
So make sure you go over to his Instagram, his TikTok, follow him. All right. Now, to the question that he posed. Gentlemen, what are you looking for them to answer? What is the answer? What would you like for them to say? It's not about what we want them to say. Right? Now, granted, I think I've only asked this question one time in my life. And then after that, I learned how to, like he said, navigate through the BS. I learned to ask other questions, right? I pride myself in being a type of person who can look at a person and hear what they're answering and make the decision from that point, right? To analyze, right? To watch how the person moves. So it's not about what you want them to say. It's the reaction to the question, right? And I know that sounds crazy to the ladies, right? But understand, we don't operate the same, right? Men and women just don't operate the same. Women ask their questions a certain way, men ask their questions a certain way. And men ask what you bring to the table. And what this young lady just got finished saying was a whole lot of stuff that benefits her. Was a whole lot of her. And what she brings to the table only benefits her. A man will ask that question because he wants to see the reaction. Like, how do you tell a man, don't ask that question? See, women who have that problem, a problem with that question, are the type of women that don't bring nothing to the table. And that's what we're gathering from that information. I am the table. Yeah, she brings nothing. She just says she's smart. She brings brains. She brings all this stuff that has nothing to do with her man or the guy that she's dating that could possibly become her man. She knows she brings nothing. That's why she said, I'm automatically not interested. Either those women they know they have nothing to bring to the table, or they're only there for having their hand out, what they can get. I'm not here to bring nothing to this man's life. I'm here to get something back. I'm here to reap his benefits, right? Whatever he brings, that's what I'm here to reap. That's what men are looking for. And women love to tell men, don't ask that question. Like, how do you go on dates? A date is an interview I need people to understand this. A date is an interview, okay? And I know this brother Jeremy, he's a smart guy, right? So I'm not talking to him when I say this. I'm talking to the other people that don't understand. This is an interview. It's a relationship interview. When you go on an interview, you don't tell the interviewer the questions to ask, right? Me, a general manager of a gym, and I know this because I'm general manager and I ask certain questions in interviews. And what's every interview you ever gone on, they ask you one particular question, and it usually starts off the conversation. So, tell me about yourself. Now that's a very broad question, right? That's not a specific question. I'm not looking for what you rehearsed on the way over there. I'm not looking for you to tell me, you're going to sit there and go, I'm ambitious, I'm punctual, I'm a hard worker. Yeah, I don't want to hear that, right? Yeah, I'm going to write that down on a piece of paper, and then I'll ask questions later on in the interview that's pertaining to those things that you said, and depending on how you answer, determines whether if I'm picking up a bunch of nonsense that you just rehearsed while you were driving over to the interview, or if this is really you, what you're saying in the interview is really true, right? It's a pressure question, right? It's not a question of I'm looking for a particular answer. Now, granted, ladies, what do you bring to the table? If she sat there and she said, I help my man the best he can, I make sure that when he leaves the house, he is ready to conquer that day. When he comes home, he comes home to peace. Most men, we know you don't get quiet when you get home, but at least peace, right? Whatever happened outside of the four walls, that's what happened, right? I'm submissive. I listen to my man. I let my man lead. I'll make a great mother if and when we decide we're going to have children, right? If she says all those good things, right? Those things, those qualities in a woman that men look for, right? If she says those things and then she goes, so basically I am the table. I guarantee you that man will get down on his knee right then and there. Will you marry me? He'll get down on his knee right then and there. I promise you. Or in his head, I'm going to marry her. I'm going to marry her. Yeah, I got a few other things to learn about her, but she talking right. She's here to bring value to me. She's here to make sure that she holds me up, especially in my times of weakness. When I don't want to work at that job, I don't want to wake up in the morning and go to that stinking job. And I'm sitting on the edge of the bed and she's rubbing my shoulders. She kissed me on the side of the cheek and she rubs my head. She's like, you got this, baby. You got this. I know you hate this job. I know you hate this job, baby. But you got this. You got this. You're stronger than that job. What? He's going to give you, women, you got to understand something. Ladies, understand this. If Big J don't ever tell you nothing else, your femininity is your superpower, ladies. Oh my God, that is your superpower. Not women's intuition. No, no. Your femininity, being feminine, being soft, loving your man, encouraging your man on a daily basis, speaking words, positive words into your man, not being combative, all that head shaking the moment that man, that man been working a little overtime and you mad because he 5 minutes later than what he usually is. No. If you are feminine and soft to your man will go to Home Depot. He be like, baby, I'll be right back. Where you going? I'm running Home Depot real quick. I'm buy a ladder. Ladder? Ladder for what? Yeah, because I remember the other day you was talking about you like the moon. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go get that for you. I'm gonna go get that moon for you. Baby, that's not realistic. I don't care. I'll stack as many ladders as I need to. Whatever you want, whatever you need, whatever you desire, that man will make sure you get it. Just if you use your superpower. Right? So if she sat there and she said that, and then she went, so basically I am the table. Boom. But see, y'all hate that question because modern day women, modern day society, you're not supposed to bring nothing to the table. You're not supposed to bring anything. I am the table. Okay, so what does that mean? Most of y'all can't even elaborate on that. So now what? Fellas, stop dating those women. She say I am the table. Elaborate. What you mean? She's the table, so get up from the table and walk away. I don't need another table. I don't need space taken up in my house. I don't need another table. I have a table. And I have plenty of crap on the table. You come. I got my own issues. You're going to come with your bag of issues that I got to take care of. You're going to come with your debt that I got to take care of. I got a vehicle, you got a vehicle. When your vehicle is acting up, I got to take care of it. I got to make sure your tires are right. I got to make sure you get an oil change. I got to make sure I provide. When things go bump in the night, I got to go protect. When we're out and about, somebody go say something stupid, I got to protect. And other things. There are various other things. That's a part of what I do. But if you can't even answer that question, that interview question, I've interviewed plenty of people. So tell me about yourself. Yeah, and then when I get into the rest of the conversation, all that other stuff just go out the window. That's why I like to have fun interviews. I'm not the pressure interview. I'm the fun interview. I like to be down to earth because then you get to see the real person. Like he said, like Chris Rock said a long time ago, I don't see their representative. The real person pushes through the representative. So that's why it's also about the setting in which you ask that question. Like my last video, not on a dinner date. Let's go have fun. Let's have wild conversations about any and everything. And then I pose that question. You comfortable? Boy, I am at the table. What you mean you the table? Y'all can have fun. You can have fun with it. It's not about what we're looking for them to say. It's about the reaction, the body language. Right? Even if you ask that question, gentlemen, and again, I've asked that question one time. Even if you ask that question and she stops and she thinks. See, I never had an issue with a person in the interview. I asked them a question and they take a second and they think about the question. And it take them about 10, 15 seconds to answer. I don't mind that at all. Because now what that means to me is if on the job they make a mistake and do something and it was the wrong thing, I know at least they thought about it. They didn't just wing it. They didn't just do something. And then here we go with the wrong thing. And now what I can do is I can go to them and I say, hey, that wasn't the right thing to do. Let's train on how to do the right thing next time that situation comes up. I don't have to be mad as a manager that they did something wrong because I know That's the type of person that's going to think it out. All right, you thought it out and you went 100% into what you thought. That wasn't the right thing. Let's figure out the right thing. Right? Very simple. She's talking about, and ladies, I'm sorry. Okay? I'm sorry. But a lot of these things that women think men want in women, we don't care. We don't care about your degree. We don't care about how much money you make. We don't care about that. Like the brother Jeremy says, we don't care. Yeah, okay. You completed college, you got your bachelor's degree. Great. Great. I know I'm not dealing with an idiot. Great. I know that, you know, you can finish what you started. I know and I understand that if we decide we're gonna have children and the kid gets stuck on their homework, you're not sitting up there like, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. Right? Great. Okay. But you don't need a college degree for what men want, right? Men. You don't need a college degree on what men want. You don't need to make a lot of money for men. And I'm sorry, ladies, but your college degree does not intimidate anyone. It's not intimidating. I need y'all to stop with that nonsense. Your college degree, your money, it does not intimidate anyone. I know that's the running thing. Like, oh, he just must be intimidated. He's intimidated. No, no. We just know what that comes with women. That comes with combativeness, right? You're combative, right? I understand you may not need that particular man, but he also don't want to hear how much you don't need him. I make my own money. I don't need you. Every argument. He don't want to hear that. That's not peace, right? Because now in a man's head, the moment we have a conversation or the moment I'm struggling with my job and I'm looking for another job and, you know, the money ain't hitting the way the money's supposed to be hitting, so I'm trying to find something else right now while I'm still working at this place I don't want to be. And here you are making all your money and you really not paying no bills. I still got to get your car fixed. And you going out for happy hour with your friends and then you meet somebody there and like that's how a man thinks, right? We don't want to hear that. And the unknown is the worst part for a man. A man not knowing drives a man crazy. So again, the question, what do you bring to the table? Ladies, just answer it. You want us to answer your questions. No, not us. I'm taking myself out of it. Not us. Not me. Not me. Not me. No, thank you. You want men to answer your questions. You ask a question on a date and a dude go, what if you ask a man, you know, so what can I expect, from you as a man? Like, girl, I make that money. I make that money on. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be a terrible father, or if a father at all. Red flags out the wazoo. You got one of them dudes that wear the shades inside, outside, everywhere they go, they got their shades on. Man, he gonna be a terrible dude. He might cheat on you. He gonna be a horrible dude. I make that money, you know what I'm saying? My man's gonna be terrible. He don't answer your question, I am the table. What if a man said, I am the table? You're gonna be like, ooh, girl, you're gonna pick your phone up, girl. Red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. This man don't bring nothing to the table. This man, I'm gonna be a baby mother dealing with him. You want men to answer your questions. Answer the question. It's really not that hard of a question. Answer it. Hell, be prepared. Be prepared for that question or a question like that. Be prepared. Don't get upset that he's asking that question. It's not necessary, right? And conduct yourself well. Again, it's about the reaction. What happens once I ask this question? What happens then? How does she act? How does her mood change? You could tell right then and there she don't bring nothing to the table but her hand out. She don't bring nothing to the table. Oh, she probably on this date just to get something to eat. She probably never gonna talk to me again. She got no intent. She just here for a date, for some food. So, Brother Holloway, Brother Jeremy, I enjoy your content. Please continue to pump out that amazing content. I am definitely going to tag you in it. Who knows? I would love for this to get to him, so just so that he can hear it. Again, this gentleman makes amazing content. I don't know how old he is. I'm not even about to guess. I don't do well with the guessing game of ages. So y'all make sure y'all go over to, you see his name up there. Go over to his Instagram. Go over to his TikTok. Tell him Big J sent you. And please, again, if you're new here to the channel, please like, share, and subscribe. All right? Until next time.